Star Wars, the cosmic pirate. In the shadowed reaches of the Outer Rim, where stars flickered like shards of frozen fire, drifted a solitary vessel known as the Star Serpent. Its captain, Kalen Voss, a rogue feared and admired across countless systems, wore a mask of blackened metal, concealing both his identity and countless secrets. His reputation was a constellation of whispered legends, tales of daring heists and escapes that defied imagination. Tonight, the twin moons of Valor cast a silver glow over the barren surface of a forgotten mining planet, illuminating Kalen's next target, a derelict Imperial cruiser rumored to hold an artifact of unimaginable power. The crew of the Star Serpent, a motley collection of smugglers, exiles, and fugitives, moved through the corridors with silent precision, their anticipation mingling with a quiet reverence for their captain's genius. Kalen's mind traced intricate patterns of strategy, predicting Imperial patrols and rival pirates alike, balancing risk against the allure of discovery. Legends spoke of the artifact as a crystal infused with ancient force energy, capable of bending starlight and altering destinies. As the Star Serpent hummed its way through the void, Kalen felt the familiar rush of excitement, the intoxicating thrill of a hunt, the promise of freedom, the lure of the unknown. Outside, the infinite blackness of space stretched endlessly, a canvas for adventure and danger alike. Shadows danced on the ship's hull as distant starships traced arcs of light, oblivious to the hunter closing in. The derelict cruiser drifted among jagged asteroids, silent and imposing, a skeletal relic of a fallen empire. Kalen's eyes gleamed beneath his mask, calculating every maneuver, anticipating every obstacle. He raised a hand, signaling his crew, and in their eyes he saw the same fiery resolve that burned in his heart. Tonight, a legend would take shape amidst the cold stars, a tale of a pirate who challenged destiny itself, carving his name across the galaxy. The twin moons bathed the Star Serpent in ethereal light, and Kalen Voss set his course toward the derelict, ready to confront danger, claim the artifact, and weave a story that would echo through time. Kalen Voss guided the Star Serpent through the maze of jagged asteroids, their surfaces glinting like scattered diamonds in the void. The derelict Imperial cruiser loomed ahead, a ghostly monument of cold steel and forgotten power, its hull scarred by battles long past. Sensors flickered as Kalen's crew monitored the surroundings, every signal a potential threat or opportunity. The artifact's location was rumored to be deep within the cruiser's command deck, heavily shielded and protected by security protocols still active despite the vessel's apparent abandonment. Kalen's mind worked in perfect rhythm with the ship's engines, plotting trajectories that would avoid detection and maximize speed. He paused briefly to glance at his crew, an eclectic mix of beings from distant systems, their eyes alight with courage and curiosity. Behind her, Lyra, a lithe Twi'lek, adjusted the navigation consoles with fluid precision, her movements a dance of skill and instinct. Behind her, Ren, a burly Rhodian engineer, checked the power conduits, ensuring the Star Serpent's stealth systems functioned flawlessly. Kalen himself felt the subtle hum of the artifact calling through the Force, a faint resonance that tingled against his consciousness. Legends had warned that such relics were not merely treasures, but living conduits of energy, aware of those who sought them. As the Star Serpent glided past fractured moons and the remains of long-dead satellites, Kalen could sense rival forces stirring in the distance. Other pirates, sensing the value of the artifact, maneuvered through the void with greed-driven determination, unaware that Kalen had anticipated every possible interference. He allowed a faint smirk beneath his mask,
the thrill of competition sharpening his senses. The closer they approached the cruiser, the colder the space became. A silence so profound it seemed to press against the very hull of the Star Serpent. Kalen extended his awareness, feeling the pulse of ancient machinery and dormant defenses. Each heartbeat, each whispered vibration of the ship spoke to him of danger and opportunity intertwined. The artifact awaited, a prize shimmering in the shadows, promising power and peril in equal measure. Kalen knew that tonight every decision would carry weight, and only through cunning, courage, and unity could the Star Serpent emerge victorious. As the first tendrils of starlight touched the derelict, Kalen whispered, almost to himself, "Let the hunt begin." Shadows lengthened across the fractured decks, and the legend of the cosmic pirate deepened, ready to be etched into the annals of galactic lore. The Star Serpent hovered at the edge of the derelict cruiser's shadow, engines silent to avoid detection. Kalen activated the ship's external lights, faint glows cutting through the darkness, revealing the jagged contours of the abandoned vessel. Debris floated lazily in zero gravity, casting elongated shadows that twisted like silent phantoms. Kalen's crew prepared themselves, strapping into harnesses and checking their equipment. Every tool, every blaster, every scanner had a purpose tonight. The artifact was close, and with it, unimaginable power and danger. Kalen led the boarding party, moving with a predator's grace along the exterior hull, clinging to magnetic grips as they traversed the cruiser's scarred surface. The hull groaned beneath their weight, an eerie whisper echoing through the void. Inside, corridors stretched like the bones of a long-dead beast. Cold metal reflected dim lights and the occasional flicker of failing circuits. Kalen's eyes adjusted quickly, mapping routes and anticipating traps. The artifact's energy pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat hidden within layers of machinery and time. Suddenly, a warning light blinked. A security drone, still active after decades, hovered in the corridor ahead, scanning. Kalen signaled silently, and Lyra, agile and precise, disabled its sensors with a pulse from her handheld device. They moved forward, shadows among shadows, each step measured and deliberate. The airlock to the command deck loomed sealed and imposing. Kalen's fingers danced across a console, bypassing locks using techniques learned from smugglers, hackers, and ancient data archives. The door hissed open, revealing the chamber beyond. In its center floated the artifact, a crystalline formation suspended in an anti-gravity field, glowing with an inner light that seemed to breathe. Kalen's breath caught beneath his mask. He could feel the force resonating through it, tugging at his thoughts, teasing possibilities of power, knowledge, and danger. But as he reached for it, a sound shattered the silence, the hiss of rival pirates breaching the hull, their presence unmistakable. Kalen's crew tensed, blasters raised. The game had begun in earnest. Shadows collided, lightsabers clashed, and the derelict cruiser became a stage for a deadly dance. Kalen's instincts took over, every movement precise, every decision weighted with consequence. He would not fail. The artifact was theirs, and the legend of the cosmic pirate would grow even brighter among the stars. The Cotterotor erupted in a cascade of sparks and flashing lights as Kalen Voss and his crew engaged the rival pirates. The derelict cruiser, once silent and ghostly, now roared with conflict, metal screeching and panels shattering under the intensity of the struggle. Kalen moved like a shadow, his silver-bladed lightsaber slicing through obstacles, deflecting blaster bolts with skill born of years in the Outer Rim. Lyra darted between beams of light, her twin pistols emitting precise bursts, each shot a calculated strike against their foes. Ren Ever, the engineer, manipulated environmental controls, sending sparks and smoke to confuse and divide the intruders. The artifact pulsed with an otherworldly glow, reacting to the chaos around it, as if alive and aware of the battle unfolding in its presence. Kalen's mind raced, orchestrating the movements of his crew with precision, anticipating every attack, every counter, every ripple of danger. Outside, the void pressed against the hull, silent witnesses to the unfolding drama, stars shimmering indifferently, as if time itself held its breath. The rival pirates were skilled, but none matched Kalen's combination of instinct, experience, and intuition guided by the Force. Each clash brought them closer to the artifact. Each step demanded courage, trust, and unyielding focus. Kalen could feel the weight of history pressing against him,